we're just not, we're not BFFs. We're not even in the same friend circle, if I'm honest. I am probably crazy for doing this, but we're gonna do 7 days of Natasha Denona. So if you weren't familiar with my 10 days of Pat McGrath Labs, which I did in December, it was basically I did a look each day with like however many palettes I had. So I thought I would recreate that series, but with my Natasha Denona palettes, which at the moment is 7. Today we are doing day number 1, and I've decided to go in order of release date with the palettes. So we have the Natasha Denona Lila palette today. Now I don't have all of her palettes obviously because I only have 7 of them. So I'll do release date of the like order of the release date with the palettes that I own. I feel like that makes sense. But yeah, we have the Lila palette today. The Lila palette is actually a palette of Natasha Denona's that I've really struggled with over the years, so I haven't played with it in quite some time. Be interesting to see how she goes today. Now, hopefully this little series sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. I'm gonna take my trusty Old Faithful Makeup by Mario eye primer and prime the lids. This is the Lila palette if you have not seen it before. This is quite an older palette for Natasha, and I think like she's definitely tweaked her formula since here as well, at least from my experience with this particular palette and my experience with her other palettes. So the first shadow that I'm going to go into is this one here with my Refa number 16, and we'll see how these perform. I don't even remember the last time I used this. Sometime last year, I feel like maybe even the year before. I am actually working today. So I'm just going to keep this kind of a softer, simpler look. I say that now, watch me go full glam. Let's just say a work-friendly look, shall we? But I am working from home, so it honestly, I can go a little bit bolder than if I was in the office, but I'm going to try and do a kind of more wearable look because I know you guys do want to see some more like everyday softer looks that you can get inspo from. Actually, one of you guys left the most amazing suggestion, which I think is actually a really good idea. I don't know when I'm gonna get time to do it, especially now that I'm doing this series, but one of you did ask for like a 10 days of Pat McGrath Labs again, but with all like work or like day friendly kind of makeup looks, softer makeup looks, not like full blown glam. And I was like, that's actually a really good idea because I mean, it's fun to look at the full glam looks, but really like realistically, especially right now, with the fact that we're still in the current situation, like how many of us are going full glam all the time, you know? I mean, I do go full glam just to sit on the couch, but maybe not everyone wants to do that. But yeah, so I think I will do that, especially the next time I do the Pat series, is do a more wearable look series kind of thing with the palettes. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested for that as well, okay? Next one I'm going into is this one right here on my Refa number 14, and I'm just gonna pick a little bit of this up just to deepen the crease. This is a pretty dark shade. Isn't it funny because I don't feel like this shade right here in the pan looks anything like this on the lid. It looks nicer on the lid than in the pan in my opinion, but you would feel like this is like more cool tone, right? I would think that the shadow that's on my lid right now is like this one, so there you go. Can't judge a book by its cover. But I'm just going to take a little bit of this and kind of deepen it up just a little bit. Like I said, I'm trying to make it wearable as best I can. So I'm going to try not to go too overboard. We're going to leave the mattes there because otherwise I will get very carried away and this will just be full-blown sultry glam in 2 seconds. Probably already too much for most of you. If it is, if this is already looking too dark for you for a wearable look, just skip that matte step that I just did and stick to the lighter one. Now I'm going to take my Milk Makeup eye primer and use this as a glitter glue because one, I want, this will make my eyeshadow last longer throughout the day, but also these shadows are so old, it's probably going to need some help to get them to look good. Let's go into my Refa number 2 brush, and I am going to take a little bit of this shade first Is that one? No, actually, sorry, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade first. Just a small amount. And I will just tap this onto the outer portion, just softly. It matches those mattes really well. You can see though, it's not very Vavoom, is it? I mean, it looks okay, but it's nothing like crazy. Probably quite a nice wearable metallic though, I guess, because it's not too shiny or anything. They're actually performing better than I thought they were going to though, considering how old they are, so there you go. I'll just do the other eye with that color while I'm here. I'm just gonna take the other side of that number 2 brush that I wasn't using, and I'm gonna go into this really pretty like icy kind of lavender color. Oh, I like it. It reminds me of the one of in Celestial Odyssey actually. And let's see how this little bad boy turns out, shall we? It is nice for like an everyday. It's very soft and subtle, so perfect for the everyday and work, but I just would rather use her newer formula. But again, it could just be my palette, seriously, it really could. I mean, that does look pretty, and it will look lovely when it's all come together. I'm probably just being very hard on it because I already feel a way about it. We're not BFFs. We're not even in the same friend circle, if I'm honest. I'm gonna leave this here, and I'm gonna go and move on to my base. I'm just gonna do a speed through of my base makeup so you can see what I'm doing, etc. But then I'm not here for 4 hours. Like, these videos aren't too long and it doesn't take me too long to edit, etc. Because uploading every day when you work full time is really, really hard. I'm so whingy in this video. Pull it together. I do feel very positive today, just so you know. I always come into using the Lila palette very, is the word trepidatiously, because that's, I think if that's the word, then that's how I feel about it. Anyway, let's move on to the speed through of the base makeup, and we'll come back and we'll finish the rest of the look-see together, shall we? Let's go ahead and take this one on my Delium Tools 772 shader brush, and I'll just, when I work, I really like to keep my lower lash line really soft because I don't want it to get too, that's where I find I can get a bit, you know, glam, like it's proper noticeable, you know what I mean? And then I'll just take a really small amount on a smudger brush of this one, just ever so softly in this outer corner here. And then honestly, I'm not even gonna put an inner corner highlight on because some of that lilac shade is just naturally gone in the inner corner, and I wouldn't normally do that on like a work day. I'm gonna take the Lancome Lash Idole mascara. I got like this from my Sephora rewards, and I've been really impressed, really impressed. Look's almost complete. I'm just gonna quickly go and do my hair and all that jazz, and I'll be right back and we'll zoom back so you can see it all together. And this is the completed look using the Natasha Denona Lila palette, day 1 of my new little Natasha Denona series here on my channel. So I will be posting for the next 8 days straight. Yes, I will be a busy little beaver over this next week. Bear with me with responding to comments during this time as well, you guys. I do the absolute best I can, but I do work full time as well. So I answer the comments whenever, as quick as I possibly can, okay? I promise. But yeah, let me know what you think of the look. This is definitely something, well, I'm literally about to start working, but yes, I'm working from home, but I would still wear this to the office. It's definitely a very soft, kind of subtle glam, at least for someone like me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. What palette are you looking forward to the most in this little series? And if you're watching till this point, I just really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.